Hey guys and gals, so this is where things start to get a little bit shonky for you newer players. This map in particular, just because of the challenge requirement, allied units have significantly reduced max health. Now that hurts anybody. Even 6 stars can come undone from that just because it's a health debuff. Doesn't take much for things to go a bit sour. High defense is how you counteract most of that, so we're going to bring in some of our 4 stars just to sort of counterbalance that. Obviously my 4 stars are reasonably high leveled, so just bear that one in mind. So I have 2 standard vanguards. I have Fang and Courier. Courier is basically going to be doing some early tanking, that's why I've chosen Courier. Fang is just there to clean up, so I don't care if I'm using a 3-star there, that's just whatever. Quora and Bubble are going to be our 2 primary tanks. Spot and Gummy are just sort of along as backup. Shirayuki, so we need a ranged sniper. Shirayuki is helpful, you can get away with Catapult. But Shirayuki is the better of the 2 options. I'm here to try and make your lives easier, not make it harder. If you're using, like me, E2 units, Suzuro with skill 2 will suffice. That'll be entirely fine because Suzuro shouldn't be getting hit, so her low health won't matter. And B, because everybody else's health is so low, Suzuro's attack is high enough that she can, just with her standard heal, heal most operators, even your tanks, straight back up to full health. So sweet as, and we basically use her second skill just for that attack speed bonus. So if things go sour, we can use that attack speed bonus and she just goes pew 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 with the heals. That's how it be. The more specialists you have here, the better. These specialists in particular, so specialists such as Ethan, I can actually call them ambushes. Ethan is probably fairly decent, but you know, the more you have, the better. Manticore, great with skill 2. I would avoid using Kirara because she kind of requires some distance between herself and others, and we are just going to be sort of lumping things on top of one another. Robin as a trapper may help you out for this. And who was our other one? Yeah. If you got Mizuki in the last event, then sweet as. Lucky you. Mizuki will work as well. That aside, who have I missed? We have Midnight and Frostleaf, so 2 ranged guards you're going to want for this strategy. Obviously, the bigger the better. If you have Lapland, bring Lapland skill 2 and you will just love life. Full stop. I would even say that Lapland with skill 2 is going to be better than even using Silver Ash, so there you go, up you guys that love you 6 stars. And last but not least, we want a single target caster. As I said, I'm currently preoccupied with my Armia in her guard version, so I can't bring my Armia. But if you want to use Armia, skill 1 or skill 2 is fine. Try to stay away from skill 3. Obviously, Haze won't be getting hit, so we can bring her in along with skill 2. For my own personal shits and giggles, I'm actually going to look at what her health drops down to, but Haze is fine. That rounds it off. So, if this helps you out, guys, please subscribe, because that helps me out. I kind of want to emphasize that you may need some E2 operators for this particular strategy, so I'm sorry about that, but the health deficit hurts. Alright, let's get these operators in. We want Courier here next to this grey spot. Just use it as a marking reference, because this is basically where we're just going to dogpile everything in. Next in, our ambusher facing up, so Ethan facing up. If you have Ethan skill 1, he will not cover this. He needs to be using skill 2. Really want to emphasize that. Let's start chopping this tree down. Frostleaf in. And we want to chop pretty much all these, except for this middle one here, but we want to get rid of these trees here. As soon as Ethan's skill's ready, we want to use that just to get these guys as weak, if not dead, as possible. Hayes in over here. Hayes will cull that herd for us. And, whoops, we want to get rid of that one. We'll pop in our healer. So we want to let these guys go past if they can. Because we just want this guy here to be alone, basically. So that's fine as it is. Now we're going to use Bubble here. I'm going to use Hayes' skill there, and Hayes drops down to 170 hit points. Life is good. Now, this is where we're going to start worrying about Courier. Now, my Courier takes pretty much all of his health away here when he gets bonked. So I'm just going to wait to have a look at... There we go. He goes down to 100 health, and then Suzuran tops him back straight back up. So just be mindful of that when this second one comes through. So we're going to use Ethan's skill. There he goes. I'm not fussed. I mean, you could pull him out if you really wanted, but I just wanted to show you that there's no helping him. Once that time comes, we're going to pop Cora in there, though. Cora's going to start tanking away. She's got plenty of health. More importantly, she's got the defense we need to hold there. The same with Bubble. She's got the defense we need to hold there. These mongrels have knocked over that broken stump, which means that Bubble does not get the 10% health bonus. It doesn't really say. Anyway, irrelevant. Last but not least, we don't need Fang in here anymore, so we're going to replace Fang with Midnight facing across. So we've basically got two range guards attacking straight over the top here. And that is essentially because this whole strategy more or less relies on Suzuran staying alive and out of harm's way. Now, anyone you put on any of these range tiles along here will die. I'm not even going to say they may die. They will die. Full stop. I'm not even going to say it's up for debate. So, essentially, we want to just make as much use as we can of this long grass here. So be mindful of your skills. You shouldn't have to cycle skills heavily, just because nobody has any health. As things start to pile up as they are at the moment, we will have a need for skills. So I'm basically now just keeping an eye on how much damage Ethan's doing to things. So I'm going to use Suzuran's skill just to see if I can keep everybody topped up nicely without having to use the skill just yet. So I'll use that skill as well just to start clearing out some of these enemies. Because I would like my tanks to have both of their skills at the ready. We can use Midnight's skill as well. Your DPS is fine, just cycle those skills as you feel like it. It's our tanks that we want to worry about. Especially Cora, because she may need to block 4 depending on how high your damage is or low your damage is at the back end here. So Ethan's good to go again. We'll use Ethan's skill. I'm still keeping a very close eye on Cora because I'm a little concerned about her. Hayes' skill. The more damage your single target arts dealer does here, the better, by the way. So if you're using, like, let's just run under the assumption that you decide to bring Gavial, right? You want Gavial's skill 2. Full stop. And Gavial's skill 2 will probably cover most of this lane herself, depending on what level she is. So there goes Bubble. Bubble had a bit of an emergency. So we're going to swap out with Gummy. That's why I have too many healers. You did see I tried to save her. I didn't. I bollocksed it up. I'll use Cora's skill because Gummy's going to need a hell of a lot more healing than Bubble did. That aside though, that lane looks fine. I only just cocked that up, so it's all good. So once we're down to here, obviously we just got some top laneage. We can just yank everybody back out. Ethan can swap. Anyway, yeah, you get the point. She's good. Alright, so that's it, guys and gals. Nice and simple. It's just about remembering that you're really limited on what you can place on your range tiles in this map. You gotta be super, super careful or things will just explode. So, yeah, hope that helps out.